Welcome to StartCooking.com. I'm Kathy Maister. This Irish bread, done the American way, is chock full of raisins and caraway seeds. It's actually more like a cake than a bread, but not really. An ingredient and equipment list will be at the end of this video. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So the bread won't stick to the bottom of your 8-inch bread pan, spray it with cooking spray. I'm also going to use some parchment paper, which you can find right next to the plastic wrap at the grocery store. Cut a piece big enough to line the bottom and sides of the pan. Put 5 1/2 tablespoons of butter in a small dish and melt it slowly in the microwave. Just set it aside for the moment. In a large bowl, measure 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour, 2/3 cup of sugar, 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Using a whisk, mix these dry ingredients together. Add 8 ounces, or about 1 1/2 cups of raisins, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of caraway seeds. Caraway seeds are in the spice section at the grocery store. With your hands, mix this together. Make sure the raisins aren't stuck together and are all coated with the flour mixture. In another bowl or a large measuring cup, whisk together 1 cup of whole milk with 2 eggs. Pour the milk and the eggs into the flour mixture and mix it together with a spoon or a spatula. Now for the last step, mix the melted butter into the batter. Pour the batter into the prepared pan. Set the bread in the lower third of your 350-degree preheated oven. Bake the bread in the oven for 55 to 60 minutes. Test the bread to see if it's done by inserting a cake tester or a toothpick into the bread. It should come out clean. Let the bread cool on a rack on the kitchen counter for about 15 minutes. To get the bread out of the pan, first run a knife around the side of the bread. Then put a rack on top of the pan and invert the pan. Using another rack, flip the bread right side up. Let the bread cool completely before slicing into it. You can serve the bread plain or toasted, with or without butter. Enjoy! The ingredients needed are flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, eggs, whole milk, raisins, caraway seeds, butter, and cooking spray. For the equipment, you will need 1 8-inch bread pan, large mixing bowl, a small mixing bowl, liquid measuring cups, dry measuring cups, measuring spoons, a whisk, a wooden spoon or spatula, a toothpick or cake tester, parchment paper, and cooling racks.